Hi guys, finally that video I've been promising. I am going to make some powders, magical powder and a magical love oil. Love powder, love oil. So I'm going to show you how I do that. We'll get started right away. So I have my good trusty mortar and pestle and I have my herbs. So we'll get started with those. I have also a bottle of oil here and a little container of talc or talcum powder. So we're going to start with rose petals because this is a love potion. I add a little bit more. I want a lot of rose petals in there. And then I'm going to add some lavender. I use the lavender for the peace and calm, serenity in a relationship, and happiness. Rose petals, of course, signify love and strengthen bonds. And then I'm going to use some roots. Now, to use the roots, I'm going to grind them up because I'm trying to make this fit into a powder. So I get my trusty little grinder. I'm doing this because trying to mortar and pestle them down to where they need to be would be very difficult. Okay, so just take the top off and add my roots. Now, the root I'm adding for love is orris root. Orris root is great for love. Strengthens, secures, promotes fidelity, all that good stuff. So I'm going to use a decent amount of orris root. And then, you know me, I'm going to use angelica. Angelica promotes magic, amplifies it, and I just add angelica to all my... I have a whole bunch more, so I'm just going to use this little baggie. And we're going to grind this down to almost a powder consistency. So it's going to get loud, guys. Sorry. Close the lid. I just don't want big pieces of root in there. Powder doesn't work very well with big chunks in it, so. Whew. So next what I'm going to do is sift it. And I'm going to do that because, like I said, I don't want big chunks. And I'm putting it right into the mortar and pestle. Looks like that's all the dust I'm going to get. Now, on a normal basis, I would do this again until I got all the root done. But for time's sake, we're just going to move on. Okay. So we're going to mix that up a little bit, and then we're going to start grinding. Now, if you have trouble getting this to a powder consistency, which I think I might, then you add it to your little grinder, because you don't want big chunks in your powder. Your powder needs to stay a powder. And for time's sake, I might just run this through the little mill, because this video will take forever if I do this to a powder by myself. So what I'm going to do is put this back in the sifter. And just set it aside with my nails and everything else. Still moving. And then I'm going to place this in the grinder. And I'm going to have to stand up to do it, evidently. Maybe not. Okay. Don't mean for this to be taking so long. One more time. Good and loud. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Next step is blessing. We're going to bless it. Okay. And then we are going to add it to our talcum. You're just going to add a little at a time and stir it up. Don't choke. I want to save some for my oil. That looks good. Beautiful. Okay. And then the oil is next. Had to grab another spoon. We don't want talcum in our oil. Or hair. And everything is going to be stubborn. And we're going to add some more. Maybe what's left. Let's see. Ta-da! Look how kindly it's going in this time. It's not giving us any trouble at all. Okay. So once we get all our herbs in there that are ground, then you set this puppy aside and add a few that are not ground. And we're going to do that just for beauty and scent. Oops, took my funnel away. That wasn't good. We don't want any stems. This is the lavender. And the rose petals we won't be able to put in the funnels, so we will put those in there by hand. And it actually worked out well that all the orris root and angelica didn't grind up, because we can just add that as well. At least some of it, maybe not all of it. Okay, we're done with our fennel. I'll grab the rose petals. This is looking beautiful. And we're going to try to get those in there as whole as possible. We're not going to put a ton, but we're going to put a few. This is going to look